25th of June 2025. We are looking at, this is Truck Trader, we are looking at ES and Nasdaq overnight trading. This is our London high.
1 minute now until we get the markets on
London high, yeah.
imbalance.
Got 1 minute till open, 40 something seconds. I'm gonna be just patient. Looks like Nasdaq could drop into this area to grab the liquidity before we push up. So I'm gonna watch ES, if ES is gonna do exactly the same or not. So I might buy it somewhere here. Try to buy it. 23 seconds. That's a top step X platform.
Ten seconds.
Just give some time. Open is here.
Markets on open imbalance. S&P
Right.
500 sell
Dumping.
side 73 million. Nasdaq 100 buy side 2 million. Dow 30 sell side 17 million. Mag 7 buy side 1 million.
Nasdaq grabbed the liquidity here. Pumping higher. Okay, we just hit that.
So reports that JP Morgan Asset
Okay,
Management
look at
hits
that.
the market with the largest active
QQQ.
ETF launch in history, anchored by $2
All-time
billion
high.
of institutional client investment.
Right. Yeah. QQQ all-time high.
So an Axios reporter on X here says the PM's office is now publishing the statement of the Atomic
It's
Energy
gonna leave
Commission,
it
previously
900
distributed by the White
Delta
House, the
940.
Israeli Atomic Agency
Very
Commission.
positive.
So the Prime Minister's office, on behalf
This
of
is
the
just a first.
AEC, says the devastating US attack on Fordo destroyed the site's critical infrastructure and rendered the enrichment facility unusable. They assessed that the American strikes on Iran nuclear facilities, combined with Israeli strikes on other components of Iran's military nuclear program, have set Iran's ability to develop nuclear weapons many years. This achievement will be maintained if Iran is denied access to nuclear material.
That's just the first 5-minute candle. Very choppy. Nasdaq is holding. Yes, it's kind of. They haven't decided yet which way they want to go. I'm watching this as well. Time and sales. This is everything bigger than 49. From 49. ES only. This is MES. Yeah, ES is just kind of, it's not pushing. It's not pushing. Yes, it's not pushing. Got another 15 minutes here. Okay, Nasdaq is pulling. That's looking like it wants to dump. We were 1.2k delta on that candle. Grabbing liquidity. Nasdaq is still holding. We switch Nasdaq to 5. Let me put these levels here. So Nasdaq is way higher than ES comparison to yesterday's high. Grab that liquidity. Last minute on the 5-minute candle. I mean, ideal scenario would be if Nasdaq gets back down here and grabs that, and then it's gonna go. Because if you look at liquidity, this is where the liquidity is for Nasdaq. ES looks a little bit different. They grab that. This drop to 53. Yeah. This is the beginning of the second leg up. This is just 46, 56. Easily could hit this 80H. Right, yeah. I could do that. I don't know why I do not have. What the heck is my... okay. But if we look at QQQ is at all-time high. Okay. Okay, we're approaching the level. Look at Nasdaq. They don't just, they just go. They want to go. Wow. Tick chart at 0 line. Do we have any news? We have Fed Chair Powell testifies at 10 o'clock, so that's in 22 minutes. I'm going to be waiting for initial balance. First 15 minutes. We'll see which way they want to go. ES is not. It's not really going. Nasdaq is pumping. ES is not going anywhere. Got still 5 minutes, so this can move. Same thing here. Let's put that initial balance. The first 15-minute candle. We'll extend it if we need more. Break above is a buy, break below is it's a sale, but doesn't really work this way. It doesn't really it doesn't do that. It does. Okay, we have to move it 40 past. It doesn't work this way. Let's turn to wait 5 more minutes. Technically speaking, ES cleared liquidity here and they cleared liquidity here right now. Nasdaq did this here with this drop. They matched the liquidity, so they haven't actually taken the liquidity down there, so we could drop one more time. Nasdaq is pumping. ES isn't doing much. Still some kind of buying. Okay, a little bit of selling. What day is today? Wednesday. Okay, getting back down. $490, $540. I mean, if we fall, good. If we fall, we could go down to, I don't know. We'll see, but okay, ES is pushing through, so we still got another, what is it, 2 more minutes to set the top of the IB initial balance. Nasdaq improved the height.
Al Jazeera,
Pushed it a
citing
bit higher.
NBC, who are citing sources familiar with the intelligence report, says the assessment clarified that the core components of the program are intact, and this is a bad sign.
A lot of buying. That drop took some liquidity. Yeah. 2 more minutes. look at Nasdaq. Okay, I think I got 25 more seconds. That's RIB. That's the bottom of IB. Okay. Are we going to take that now and continue higher? Or this is just a try? Maybe a little of manipulation to the upside.
Feds Collins says monetary policy is well positioned. It's time for patience and care.
To get these buyers interested to buy above IB. And do something like push.
Collins adds that the US
Boom.
economy is solid overall,
I don't know.
and that Collins supported the Fed's decision to
Possibly.
hold rates last week.
We'll see. Tick chart sitting down. NYSE is already negative. NYSE. $156.
Feds Collins says tariffs
So,
are likely to push up inflation
look at
and
it.
lower growth and hiring.
1.5 negative. It does look like
And Collins says, I expect to see more tariff impact over the coming months.
this could be a nasty short brewing, maybe a little push. I mean, QQQ push through that. Oh, look at that. Look at this. Yeah. Maybe one more pump. I was thinking about shorting this thing, yeah, but
And Collins says, I
can't get
expect
in
it to
here,
be
it's just
appropriate
in
to
the
lower
middle
rates
of the
later this
range.
year, but much depends on tariffs.
Tick charts toward at zero line. We'll probably get down there. What is this? 57, 5 points. Pressure is on. Oh, it's just a fake bear. Just to grab that liquidity here and bounce back one more time. Let's wait.
Feds Collins says the economy remains solid overall. Unemployment is low. Collins says there are some early
Not
signs of
falling, right?
tariff-induced price increases.
negative 200. That's not a lot. Okay, back to opening price. We're still moving within the 5 points range. I got to wait for this entry. It's just too choppy right now. It looks like they're gonna go and take that low, but we'll see what kind of reaction we get right now here on Nasdaq. Alright, boom.
So in 10 minutes time
Took
now, at the top of the hour, we see the release of the
Took
US
that
new
bottom.
home sales units. Forecast 0.693 million on the prior
God damn, I wanna go
0.743
long.
million.
I'm thinking long, but
The range of 0.759 million to 0.65 million expected. The
I don't
change
like
month over
Nasdaq.
month is forecast of minus
Nasdaq can pull this
6.7%
line.
on the prior
God damn it,
10.9%.
look at that.
Keep in mind, at the top of the hour as well, Fed's Powell is due to give day 2 of his
Okay,
testimony.
Nasdaq just took that low. So we did take that IB from the bottom, and technically you should just follow it. Delta minus 600 and minus 770. The gap close. I mean the gap close is only on Nasdaq. ES is within the gap. ES is not in the gap basically, so just watching
Fed's
time on
Collins says
sales
I see
and
core PCE
looking for
inflation above 3% by the end due
any
to
information
tariffs.
here.
So that's by year end. Collins seeing core PCE inflation above 3%
Still
by the
mixed,
year end
still
due to
everybody
tariffs.
buying, selling, you know. Mixture of everything. Okay. Yeah, Nasdaq has got some space to go lower, to be honest. Yes. Okay, maybe a little bit of bounce now. Okay, back into IB. Watching this IB level very careful. Are we going to sell it, or we will get back into this range and start pumping higher? I see liquidity up to 57, 58. We're at 52 and a half. £53 past. Somebody bought 100 contracts.
Fed's Collins says most price changes are likely to happen over a few quarters.
Which way? Nasdaq is looking like it wants to go higher. Got 5 more minutes. Are we going to take the shorts up there into 60? Hesitated. Hesitation costs you. So they grabbed
Collins says, I expect to resume policy
yes.
normalization later this year.
I will try to deliver it to the 61 level. I'm gonna wait a little for pullback. If I get it. Yeah. That was the time when I was thinking to go long. Yeah. It's like, okay. I don't know why I didn't. Probably because I'm close to pass it. I just don't want to fuck it up, you know. This is, I don't know. I'm just patient today. I don't want to rush anything. But that was a good trade. We didn't get continuation. Nasdaq was coming back up. Target is here. I got 2 more minutes.
So Trump speaks at the conference at the NATO summit in Hague now.
See if we can get it. Some kind of wake down.
So the live video is available on the feed for those interested. Again, Trump is now speaking.
Somewhere here.
Trump says the NATO summit was highly productive. Tremendous things have been accomplished.
Trump is talking again. Oof. I'm just looking at book map. Empty. It's just empty.
So we've got US data coming up in 1 minute. I'll leave with the US news.
God damn it. Like nothing there. Liquid is gone.
10 seconds. Trump says, we think the Iran-Israel war is over.
Just
0.623
looking
million,
bookmark and it's just
0.623 million.
zero.
It's lower than forecast, 0.693 million.
Space.
Change month over month of minus
No liquidity at all.
13.7%.
This can just
Minus
dump at any
13.7%,
second they
lower than
wanted to
forecast,
dump it. They can
minus
just dump it.
6.7%.
5-6 points in split second. What is he talking about anyway? Nothing. Now we have Powell on the mic. In 1 minute, yeah, it's started already. 10 p.m. Nobody's trading right now. It's like liquidity is gone. Let me show you that. What I mean by this. Look at that. That's normal liquidity. Trump on the mic. And now we have Paul on mic. Liquidity is gone. This can just move 10 points down in a split second. So I don't want to buy that here because you just don't know. I mean, it looks like, you know, they grab the liquidity and they should pump higher, but with Powell speaking, we might just keep doing this and boom, and then go. So
We have posted out the US new home sales June 2020. We have posted out the US new home sales May 2025 report on the feed for those interested.
got liquidity at 46, which is, yeah, which makes sense. 46, 48 as well. Yeah, makes sense. Somewhere here.
Let's keep in mind the testimony with Powell has now started. Again, this is day 2 of his testimony. We've already seen the text release from Fed's Powell yesterday, so we're expecting new comments to come from Powell as he gets asked questions.
Let's put these levels here. 1. And 2. And even down here. So we do have the liquidity. I don't know, I like to see this like that. I know it's not exactly, because we do have that wick. But if I switch to 5s, still wick. Anyway, I want to see this one.
Trump says additional money should be spent on military hardware. NATO should buy American defense items.
10. So we dropped, they bought it, we pumped it, but they didn't sell it. They didn't sell. They didn't have an opportunity to sell it yet. That tells me we might drop one more time to grab these longs. This could be like a quick dump. It's 5:05. Are they gonna sell now, or are they just trying to?
Trump says allies cannot depend on adversaries for critical minerals.
First minute on the 5-minute candle, manipulation. Let's see if they try one more time. They have time. They have 11 minutes. 9 minutes. Nasdaq has got some sort of liquidity to the downside. A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. So I'm thinking we could get down one more time, especially on Nasdaq. But I don't trade Nasdaq. It's too crazy. Okay.
Trump reiterates that he thinks nuclear materials were not moved.
Still have 1, 2, 3 levels. I'm gonna go short here. Let's stop loss somewhere here. Really, above, should be above, but I'm thinking that we might just dump. Stop loss should be here, basically. Okay. 48. That's doable. 9 past, another 5 minutes, and we should should hit that bottom. Just quickly have a look. Where's the 15 minutes now? 15 minutes is done here. Okay, fine. Here, 15 minutes. It's done here. Fine. All good. It's okay if I'm stopped, I'm stopped. This has to go, otherwise I'm not interested. Let's just have a look quickly.
So fed to panel, as I mentioned, just repeating
okay,
the opening remarks to the
space.
Senate panel, same as the text that was released yesterday.
Lovely. Come on, continue, Laura. Come on. Now definitely stop loss break even. I don't know, maybe. Let's be not too greedy. I don't know. Yeah, 49. Yeah, basically where I have my stop, when I have my target, that's pretty much. You know what? Because this is a smaller position. We have been here already. Let's go a little bit. We're gonna take something off. Limit by 2. Once we hit that. And we'll think about the rest later. Because this can be completely, this could be a nice shift and we could just keep going. We could just keep going to 40, to 42, 41, 42, down here. If we hold this long enough. We'll see. I just don't like the fact that Nasdaq just took that liquidity at the moment. So
Trump on the Iran conflict end says, I
now?
dealt with
They're
both were exhausted.
It's very important right now what we're going to do at this level here. When we take that
He says
liquidity.
both are satisfied to go
Are we
home and
going
get
to
out.
reverse? If we do, I'm out.
Trump
if we
says
don't,
Iran, Israel could start again. Guess it could start soon.
okay, I'm going to
Order
take
filled.
2. Oh, took another one. Another partial, right? So I'm just running 1. It's fine. Let's run this one, see how far we can go.
So the Trump administration urges the appeals court to back tariff power. The ruling was put on hold for appeal with the Senate set for July 31st.
It is breaking.
So again, just to clarify, Trump did say conflict between Israel and Iran could start again, perhaps soon.
It is breaking. I'd like to add, to be honest, but it's not the place to add.
Trump says Iran has great oil.
We are breaking actually a minute before. A 15-minute drop.
Trump says if Iran gets back in the nuclear business, we'll be there.
Okay, we'll have to try. Nasdaq back to IB. ES back to IB. I'm gonna add an IB.
Trump says we're not relying on Israeli intelligence.
He didn't even get that. Yeah. Let's wait for some. Okay, we got the 15. Got the 15 bottom. Okay, a little bit of reversal. You know what? Let me take that.
Order filled.
Let me take this. $148. That's short. It's
Commerce Secretary Lutnick says the big beautiful bill is non-negotiable for national security, and Trump says not giving up on Iran sanctions.
We'll see what they're gonna do. And
says Iran needs money to put the country back into shape. Trump again not giving up pressure on the country.
We'll take a little bit of time now. We got another 15 minutes of
Trump
arranging,
taking over the
trending.
oil. Trump says China will want to buy oil, can buy from us or others.
Yeah.
So we did see some strength in WTI crude there, as Trump did mention the sanctions on
Try
Iran.
one more time here.
Order
Oh,
filled.
there you go. Let's see. This is 500.
Trump on Putin says he'd like to settle.
You know
Order
what?
filled.
I'm a
Trump
bit
adds that it's
skeptical
possible
about this.
that Putin
Because Nasdaq is
has
just a
territorial
beautiful
ambitions beyond Ukraine.
robbery. I don't know. I'm just thinking. Are we going to continue lower? And we do.
Commerce Secretary Lutnick says the tax bill creates a single national standard for AI.
Let's give him a little bit of time. Okay, that was 1,300 delta on the 5-minute candle. This 5-minute candle. Still negative delta. Nice
Trump
is
says I
minus
consider Putin a
2.10.
misguided person.
Tick chart below zero line. On both. Okay, it was still negative. It's just the draw of liquidity. Where is it? Down here. Down here and here and there. I don't know. Going to do it. Negativity holds.
Bets Powers is going to put out something on SLR for comments today.
I want to see this level.
It's been 10 minutes on now at the bottom of the hour.
Okay,
So the release of the
Nasdaq is
weekly
trying
EIA
it
oil
again.
inventories.
Nasdaq looks like
Oil
this
inventories
sweep of
forecast is a draw of
liquidity, and
1.1
they could
million
end
on
up
the
up
prior
there.
draw of
That's the
11.473
problem with,
million. The range is a
you
build
know,
of 1.4
he
million
has
with a
already
draw of
did this.
6.517 million
They didn't
expected.
sell,
Trump says, I don't
so
think an
we kind
agreement
of
with Iran is necessary.
we could go up
Bottom
there.
of the hour, we also see the EIA gasoline inventories.
If we get
Forecast a build of
accepted
0.5 million
above
on the prior
and
build of
start to build,
0.209
I'm gonna go
million.
long.
Distillate inventories forecast is a build of 1 million on the prior build of 0.514 million. And crude
Do I want
Cushing
to
inventories
chance
prior was a
short
draw of
to the downside?
0.995 million.
Yeah, we could go maybe to 47, 40, 46, 47, 46, 45, 46. Yeah, we could just dip one more time. I'm not gonna say no,
Pets Power says, I would not
but
recommend
I
that we
don't
switch to
see a
scarce reserves.
waterfall. I don't see
Trump says,
this
I may sign
market
an Iran agreement next week. I don't think
falling
an agreement with
off
Iran
the
is
cliff.
necessary. We'll ask for what we sought before with Iran.
I'm thinking, brother, we had longs going here. They took them up. They sold. They grabbed the longs. A lot of longs went on that thing. And now they're holding longs. Similar story here. Everybody was hoping for a push into this daily high. Didn't happen. Now we're just grinding, chopping. They're buying more. And I would not be surprised if we go above this IB and then we quickly go up. So you have to be quick when this happens. Just buy it. Delta 200.
Trump says the US will meet with
But
Iran.
don't think that this might not just dip one more time, because it definitely can. Got another liquidity level here in 8 minutes, and we could do that as well. So you have two scenarios. Obviously this can just crash, but this could crash. They will need to defend this high when we get back. They should defend
Trump
it.
says I will be speaking to Putin.
We got this yesterday's high, which is the gap close. So if Nasdaq's gonna dump it, ES will get down somewhere here. Or 44, 45. Yeah. So no long yet. Short, we see how choppy that thing is. Let's put that level here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 levels to go higher if they want to go. Similar story here. Okay, looks like we're breaking. I'm gonna be closing this gap, and they're doing it just before
Powell says changes to forecasts partly reflect trade policy effects.
Yeah. Look at that. So Nasdaq grabbed that. I'm gonna try this 5. Are you gonna?
Order
shit.
filled. In 5 minutes time now, at the bottom of the hour,
let's
we
see
see
if
the
we
release
can-
of the weekly EIA inventories numbers.
Shit,
Crude
they're
oil
going
inventories,
already.
the forecast
that.
is a draw of
Just like
1.1
that.
million on the prior draw of 11.473 million. The range sees a build of
Oh,
1.4
okay.
million to a draw of 6.517 million expected. Gasoline inventories, forecast is a build of 0.5 million on the prior build of 0.209 million. Distillate inventories, forecast is a
respect
build
this
of 1
IB.
million on the prior build of 0.514 million. And crude Cushing inventories, the prior
Buying it.
read was a draw of 0.995 million.
26 past.
So as a reminder, last night we did see the release of the private
Get it
API
pushed
stock
to
change numbers. Crude oil stock change
58.
came in a draw of 4.277 million on the expected draw
Let's
of just
see on bookmap
0.6 million.
liquidity up there, so don't want to be in this. This is looking decent for a long. They have liquidity to go for. Hmm. 27 past.
Powell says we don't consider federal debt in monetary policy decisions.
Looks like they want to go 1000 delta. I'm gonna
Order
go long.
filled.
Usually when you get this 1000 delta, they... Oh, for fuck's sake. God damn it. I think they're gonna go to all-time high. I mean, to this 160 somewhere there. I think they will do that.
Order filled.
Let's add one more.
Powell says that fiscal policy can add to inflation, but I don't comment.
1 minute and 48 seconds. Leaving IB. I'm wrong.
Order filled.
I'm wrong. I'm going
Order
for
filled.
this bottom target.
Trump says negotiating with Spain on the trade deal will make them pay twice as
Unfortunately.
much.
Took a loss
This
on
is
that.
following
Right?
Trump criticizing Spain over their NATO spending. Again, says negotiating with Spain on the trade deal will make them pay twice
Yeah,
as
I'm
much.
gonna go for the slow.
1 minute remaining for the EIA inventories data. I'll leave with the crude
Come
oil
on.
inventories.
Dump. One more turn.
Order filled.
Mm-hmm.
10 seconds. Fed's Powell says, I agree that adjusting SLR would
Order
free up
filled.
capital for banks. Crude oil, a draw of 5.836 million, a draw of 5.836 million, lower than the expected draw of 1.1 million. Gasoline inventories, a draw of 2.075 million, a draw of 2.075 million, lower than the expected build of 0.5 million. Distillate inventories, a draw of 4.066 million, a draw of 4.066 million, lower than the expected build of 1 million.
God
And
damn
crude
it.
Cushing inventories, a draw of 0.464 million, a draw of 0.464 million. Did see some strength in WTI crude following the larger than expected storage draw in crude oil inventories. Powell says, I'm pretty confident that we'll move on Basel III in the near future. So that was Powell saying, pretty confident we'll move on Basel III and SLR in the near future.
Should go and grab the law. They really should. Nasdaq can close this gap. We did sell into this overnight liquidity. Could even go down here. But I'm going to limit by 5. Just a little bit.
Order filled.
Trump on a Fed pick says, I know 3 or 4 people I'll pick.
still think we're gonna dump. I still think we're going to dump it.
Apple are poised to offer App Store changes to dodge more EU fines. The EU gave the company a June 26th ultimatum to comply with the DMA rules, and Apple moves to follow the EU's €500 million penalty in April over the digital law.
Yeah, this could be like a second leg down. Let's measure this. If that's one leg, the second leg down will be somewhere here. Similar here. If this is one leg and the second leg down, could be I don't know, maybe like that.
Trump says I'll negotiate directly with Spain.
Yeah, we got to take something off here. I mean, if we start pumping here, game over. Already game over somewhere here. Unnecessary short on here because I got stopped. I thought we are gonna continue. I jumped on that immediately. So that's the problem. Kind of rushed into it. But the trend is still down, and if they wanted, they would have gone up by now. They didn't do it, so I think we have a chance to continue lower, and we can actually dump it pretty nicely. It would not surprise me if we just 44, yeah, somewhere, yeah, 45. Actually, let's not be too greedy.
Trump says that Spain is going to pay.
We just got, I just got into this. Okay, 1, 2. Let's watch on 2. We should collapse now. Fast. Tick chart below zero line. Nice is still negative at minus 2.26. VIX on the rise a little bit. I don't know. Come on, dump it now. Let's go. Yeah. Dump it. Come on. $40 past. God damn it. God damn it. No, not good, man, not good. What are we doing now?
Fed's Powell says the bond market is fine now
God
and
damn it.
functioning well.
Order filled.
Fuck off. Just stop me like that. Oops. And now you're gonna dump.
Order filled.
Yeah.
Order
No,
filled.
Fucking dump. I just pushed to take everybody out. The stop loss was too close. God damn it, it's actually 1,700 this candle.
Powell, when asked about the recent weakness in the dollar, says the markets have been digesting an unusually challenging set of circumstances.
That week indicates that they took short out. Hmm. $43 past. Liquidity taken, so we can actually move that measured move. This could be target. $1,900. They're going up. Okay. I fucked up. Okay, I
Order
fucked up.
filled.
What we're gonna do, we're gonna go long.
Order filled.
1,
Order
2,
filled. Order
3,
filled.
to push into this level up there.
Powell
Let's
says,
see
I'm
if
open
we
to the
can fucking
possibility
take
that
that.
tariffs translating to inflation will be more or
I'm
less
just doing
than we
something
think.
stupid again. I mean, I see the Nasdaq supposed to do that. They want to go sell 5. Let's see if they're gonna go.
So did see a bit of strength in the
It's a big
S&P
number,
500 following
2000
that Powell
something.
comment there.
Let's go.
And Trump's NATO press conference has now ended.
Actually, they will go and deliver it to this level for sure. Squeeze. Okay, momentum is gone. Huh. Fucking hell. Come on, man. Come on. Pick it up. Pick it up. Oh, they really... He got me over, bro. $10.50 I'll go, let's see. Yeah, Nasdaq is pulling. Alright. Looks like I got myself into trouble again by chasing it. And now we're gonna go for the fucking low. Yeah, we're
Order
going for the
filled.
slow. Okay,
Order filled.
one more time. This is my last fucking trade. I'm 700 down.
Order filled.
But it does feel like now they're gonna go. Momentum is to the downside. Fucking chop.
Order filled.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go down. Liquidity is down. Liquidity is down here. So many people going long on this thing.
Order filled.
They should just take them to the bottom. We should just take them to the bottom. Big manipulation candle here. let's go down. Fast. You know, fuck that. We're gonna go and grab this liquidity then. We hit this stop loss. There'll be a lot of stops here. This will cascade. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me again? Really? Nah. $542. Dump. Dump it. So it's not selling.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled.
Okay. Dump you piece of shit.
Order
There we
filled.
go.
Order filled.
We take another one and we hold at 5, right? Let's hold at 5 now. Let's see how far we can go on at 5. Still 300 fucking dollar down. Okay. We have to close once Nasdaq hits this yesterday's high. That's definitely a place where I need to close. The settlement is at 40. $900 delta. I don't know. Yeah, that wasn't good trading today. I just got fucking this chop was just crazy. That's too crazy, that chop.
Powell says in the last couple of years, the stablecoin industry has matured and become more mainstream.
It's just too fucking crazy, you know, the chop back and forward. I cannot be that greedy, mate. I cannot be that greedy because, yeah, Nasdaq is about to hit that. Yes, it's just about to hit this liquidity down here. So 44, 42. I can actually see 42 waiting. That's interesting. 43, 42 waiting. Lovely. So we could go down there. Even 40. Wow. I'm just looking at book map. A lot of liquidity down there. 42, 43, 41, 40. Okay. think we're just gonna collapse now. $43. Let's try to squeeze. $41 even. Yeah, somewhere here. This is just as this high on Nasdaq, but when you look at that, the liquidity is actually here. 34. This is 47, so it could easily drop into this level here. There you go. That's not a place to add. That's not a place to add. Don't add. No, I mean, I didn't expect that fucking thing, honestly. What they've done here is just... I think I got long like an idiot somewhere here. Then I realized this is not going. That was just a manipulation. Switch sides. 46. Yeah. Come on. Let's go down to this 42. $43 really. Let's see a bigger level. 43.75 here. There you go. They took that fair value gap, but Nasdaq has got space to go lower. I always take it too early, to be honest.
We're looking at and
I
withdrawing
always
much
take
prior
everything too
crypto
early.
guidance.
This thing can just fucking break and go to 41. I have to stay longer in the trades. That's what I noticed. Yeah, you know, this will overshoot, but liquidity is actually here. It's just a technical number, but doesn't mean anything. Hopefully we're not gonna reverse. We're just gonna keep going. We just stay here, and boom. 10 past. Got 5 more minutes to extend. And here's the bottom of the range. It's okay. It pumps higher. Liquidity is a lot of liquidity down here. 43.75. It's just gonna pull the market into
When
it.
asked about the risks of stagflation, says not seeing that now. Says stagflation is not the base case, but the Fed is monitoring.
I'm so
Powell
tempted
says if
to
there
add
were
into that.
stagflation, it would put the Fed in a
We
hard
get
place.
up here. I think I'm gonna do that. QQQ, almost there. Like, boom. So, yeah, there's this liquidity here, 42. Okay, Nasdaq just hit that low. I mean, yesterday's high. I do expect collapse. Honestly, I do expect collapse. Yeah. Just dump it now. Come on. Push.
AMD shares hit over a 7-month high, up around
Order filled.
2.5%.
Order filled.
Okay.
Order filled.
Fine. Minus 179. Well. Could play reversal. But better wait for a push somewhere here.
Again, AMD
Into
shares
this fair
rising
value
here,
gap.
as we have seen some analyst upgrades to AMD's shares here.
Where's that thing? Oh man. The fuck happened with that thing? It's gone. Yeah. So that's the fair value gap. Technically speaking, if market wants to be choppy, they can get up there. But I'm not gonna long this because the problem with that is that market can just basically drop like that. Got this high, yesterday's high. Yeah, it does look like they wanna pump a little bit. So a lot of mistakes. I think the whole mistake, the first mistake that happened, it was somewhere here when I was shorting it too early. They took me up. I closed the trade, then go long. And we started to collapse, and this is what got me really bad. So here I was down like probably minus 200, and then with this I got minus 700. But because we held it, why I was so sure, I mean, so sure, you never can be sure, but look at Nasdaq. They had that gap to cover. A lot of people were shorting it, and they took them up. I just didn't expect they're gonna take it so high. But they fucking always take it higher than you think. They always take you higher. Look at that. See, OTE. The same thing. ES was even higher. ES was even higher. ES was up to, like fucking 90%. I literally thought they're so close they need to go and push into the day B, and they didn't do it. Look at that. Weak. I wouldn't be surprised if we just dump now, because we still have the liquidity up to 40, and we are trading 46. Let's try to get that somewhere here one more time, because we do have liquidity. 42, 41, 40. It's waiting. The liquidity is waiting. I mean, we'll have to go through. Yeah, we'll have to go through this high on Nasdaq. Shouldn't be a big problem. The problem is that people start to buy, and then we're gonna pump again somewhere here before we drop. So that's the main problem. You just don't want to short this at the bottom like that. But that was pretty obvious. Once we broke that, we bounced and we couldn't go higher. That was pretty obvious. We're gonna go lower. That spike up here, we couldn't do it. Okay, obvious liquidity gap to close. It's not 100% short, never is, but you have to bet on something, right? And unfortunately, I was chasing markets up, and then I was chasing markets a bit too early to the downside, and then chasing it up here. Some sort of, survival mode triggers in your brain, and you fucking hit that button, you get in. I was able to get out here on the short side. Could have done that. I was thinking about it, because one of my rules is like, if you are like 4 or 5 points and this thing is just, but I was looking at those wicks and I was like, nah, we're gonna dump it. So I could have got out here for free if we pushed. Go on the long side, push through that, and then see, whether we get there or not. But that's okay. This is pretty successful result. I'm not going to be surprised if we take the shorts now and we take them up here. That would not surprise me. But also, the market sometimes like, everybody's like, I'm gonna buy that, goes up. Oh, I'm gonna buy that dip, goes up, and I'm gonna buy the dip again. This thing's gonna do the opposite, and this thing's gonna be like, no mate, you fucking go down, like. Because everyone is like looking at this Nasdaq and thinking, I'm secure, right? I can buy that. It's easy. We're gonna bounce for sure. Market is bouncing a little bit to give these longs a little bit of hope, but at some point it's just gonna collapse. Yeah, there you go, look. QQQ just touched this all-time high, the previous all-time high. Okay, we might get a little bit of pop. Let's see if we get that pop. How far we're gonna get that pop. Okay, this is looking okay. Let's see if we can get a push above 48. I'm gonna go short somewhere here. Just give me.
Order filled.
Alright, I'm in with 3 shorts. Target is obviously down there. Yeah, there you go, you see that? We'll get in with another 2 up here. Liquidity is very, very heavy liquidity down there. I want to show you that. You need to see this. Whoever is watching that. Look at that. See this? All of this is waiting to be taken. All of it. It's always a question how far we're gonna go. Here's fair value gap as well. I think that will be enough. And there's 27 past. That means we got 3 more minutes. Let's see if they try one more time here. Sell limit 1. So I'm thinking maybe a little pop, like a final. That's fair value gap, which we have inverted. I don't know, I think let's just leave it. They're gonna pop one more time here. Come on.
Order filled.
Okay.
Order
4,
filled.
5. Fine. Okay. I want to be 5. I want to be 5. Okay. They did push through this. And this can really go now. Beautiful.
Fed's Powell says that future trade deals may allow the Fed to consider cuts.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much where we can go. We can go even lower than that. There you go. I don't need this anymore. That push didn't happen that far. Almost to the fair value gap. On the other hand, we had this fair value gap here inverted. It's a good entry, right? That is a good entry. Should break that now. Okay, 11:30. They might reverse one more time. Liquidity waiting at 40. Just break even now. If we go, we go with force. Look at that. Come on, let's go. Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
Order filled.
Nice. Well, we got out of troubles. There we go. Liquidity taken. Break even day, right? Could have been way, way worse than that. That's the time when you finish. When you get out from the minus 700 into minus $12. That's the time when you stop. Why? Let's talk about psychology at this point. So I did take some trades, like I said before, chasing stupid two trades that basically put me into the negative territory. I was plus $150 or $200 up. Can't remember now. I think 150 on my first trade. This sort of trading here got me into trouble. Pretty big trouble, yeah. And now, then I got right. I got paid. You know, I was like quite a lot. I was 30 contra, but I had to go. You had to use it because I knew it's gonna. If it collapses, it will collapse. It's gonna take that long. I was getting out 5 here. I think took another 5 and 5 here, and left with 5. Then we got in on this inverted fair value gap. Beautiful entries. We got in here. We started to add here. The market wasn't able to push higher. All these longs got smoked. Liquidity was there. It was just obvious that market's gonna, at this hour, at this point, they will go and reach for this. I was 5 because I just kind of calculated. I don't want to go too big.
To the Wall Street Journal, Shell are in
Because
early
you
talks
can
to
always be
acquire
wrong.
rival
You can always be
BP.
wrong.
Shell
I don't want to be
talks
too
are in
big.
early stages, according to the Wall
But if
Street
it
Journal.
works, I'm gonna stay a little bit longer. And I think I got out. What was the price? I got out at 41.25. Look at that, man. 41.25. Beautiful exit. Beautiful exit. And this is typical. Just market gets to the liquidity, and it gets bought, comes back up, boom, drops like a stone into water. And so what happens right now with your psychology? Okay, you were down minus 750, let's say, I can't remember, something like that. What you gonna say to yourself? Like, oh shit, man, I was able to do 750. But you have to bear in mind 2 things. From open, which was here. Where the fuck is this open? Here. From the open, which was at 9:30. 1 hour and a half passed. 1 hour and a half of focusing on the price action, laser sharp focus, in the stress, in the draw. Now, because there are 2 different ways when you're actually trading and you're making money. Then you're not exhausted the same way as when you start losing money, because stress is weighing on you. And you manage to dig yourself out of this hole, which is strategic right now, because I am about to push through this, 53,000. I need $330 to pass, right? $330 to pass this account. And the normal psychology will be like, dude, just fucking do it. You're doing well. You're reading the market.
We've been seeing his comments
just do it.
through today, but they are really just
and I can tell you that
comments that he made during his testimony yesterday.
you don't even know how many accounts I've blown when I was this close, or even close, like $200 away to pass or to get payout. Because psychology is just tricky here. You're tired, and you played the chess of trading. You had some ideas, okay, if this IBA breaks, I might go short on the second one. I don't know if I even did that. I think I waited. but there was this fair value gap. It was like, I had this fair value gap before the open. That's the place we could buy half of it, but we are actually shorting because I was thinking, it's already 10.25, 30, we're gonna break that and go. No, they pushed. But anyway, psychology is you're exhausted mentally, you're drained, and now you're thinking like, I'm gonna do it. What happens right now? It's lunch. In 20 minutes, lunch starts. They already played the liquidity on both sides. What they will be doing right now, they will be generating liquidity, engineering liquidity. And this thing can go anywhere. This can just go in the fucking circles, or up or down or whatever, and you have no idea. You don't even have a 50-50 shot, to be honest. This can do whatever. What's the reason to go higher? I don't see any reason to go higher.
Uncertainty, as we are now.
Look at that.
I
We're
want to take
breaking.
signal from the real data and not be
up.
so brave about forecasts.
Now I'm talking.
Voice news disconnected.
There's no reason to go higher because we already been higher. We didn't bounce off of that level, right? We didn't bounce. We got this. We still got this gap. We got this big gap here. There's a lot of reasons to go lower, but are we gonna go lower? You mean like right now? Why would they go lower right now? Yes, obviously they can start dumping, but at the same time, think about it. Because 940, there's still a bit of liquidity on 940, I see. But think about it. They just built here. This drop, people were buying here, hoping for a push higher. They just bought here, right? 5 points lower. They took the stop losses off. Everybody who was buying here had a stop loss, and they were like, "This is going up." Look at that. Nasdaq has got the high of yesterday. Has to go higher. Has to bounce off of it. And they were like pretty sure that this thing's gonna do it. They were like pretty sure we're gonna bounce and we're gonna go, right? Because that's what it's supposed to do. This is what market's supposed to do. Every single time when market's supposed to do something, in your head, like if you're starting trading, because you see the line, the first bounce always works, 100%, and very, very rarely just goes, unless there was like a news, market opens, there's really bad news and starts to just dumping, then don't buy it. But if it just comes down, comes back up, they're trading it. They're trading up and down and buying and selling. It will bounce. It's gonna bounce. But the second time, it's gonna take your stop loss. And the thing is, we still have liquidity lower. Let me switch to this thing. We still got liquidity lower, right? Look at that. We got this Asia low. We might still just keep dropping. We might bounce into this fair value gap one more time. We might just do that at some point. The view up will come down. View up will come down here. And why do that? Into Asia low. Why not? And once we're here, who knows, You have seen days when, like, out of nothing, markets just keep going fucking down, or they will generate the news. They will generate the news because they control everything. They might say, like, what, at 2 p.m. after lunch, we're gonna drop a news. Something's gonna spook the markets. Boom. Everything goes down. Why? Why do you think this could happen? Let's look at that. Let's look at this. I'll tell you why. Let's just look at 4 hours. Look at that move. I'll just take that off. Look at this move. They grabbed the liquidity from here. They even went down to this Asia low. I think it was Asia low. Yeah, they even went down here just to collect everything. Whilst they took all the longs from what was it, from 3rd of June till 20th of June and 22nd of June, Sunday night. They dropped it. They took the liquidity. Whoever had longs, just, what was that? It was the beginning of the war. Look what they've done. 957 to 6,160, let's say 7, just for ease of calculation. That's 200 points in 2 days, right? And technically we were there yesterday. So how do I say it? Look at this 4 hour. Does that look like it's gonna reverse and go up? I don't know, man. How about we just break that low liquidity and just go down there to yesterday's low? That's possible, right? And you want to trade and you want to predict that. After 1 hour and a half of trading, I'm on the chart somewhere and I see people saying, oh yeah, look at this bounce, should buy that, it's gonna go up. Well, if you chase that, you fucked again. Like I chased that long here. After we hit the liquidity, I was like, we're gonna go and take this one as well. And Nasdaq had some space to go. This is how they lure you into the longs. And I got lured. I got trapped. Trap trader got trapped here. But the good thing is I realized this is not going to do it. Even that, look at that delta, 2,368. That's the candle here. Which candle is that? 10:45. 10:45. 10:45. This candle here. 10:45. Yeah, 10:45. This is the candle. 10:45. It's a decent candle. I mean, like, that was the time when I should have. I was like at the back of my head. You were down here because I was shorting. You were down here on your position. Just get out. And this thing dipped. I think it dipped into some sort of fair value gap. Was there a fair value gap? No, it wasn't. It was just the chop. But you could see that, some kind of order block situation. Should have gone out, to be honest. Just close the trade. But I was so convinced we're gonna dump, and we could have dumped, but they had a different idea. Let's take them first up. They build a lot of shorts because trend is down. Boom, and they pushed it up. Anyway, it's break-even day, minus $12. It's break-even day. I already been here many times in my life. I know what that means. If I continue trading, I'm gonna blow up. I can't, because it's just a lottery right now. At the open, you have some kind of clues, what this market can do. I did hesitate, didn't take that long. I should have taken that long. I would have taken partial service. Was it 54, 59? That's 5 points. I would have taken something off. Came back up, couldn't push higher. Yeah, they were trying to buy it. There's like another order block here. They were trying buy this. Then we dropped. Time is important. I always talk about this 15-minute rotations. So time is important. You have to watch this. That was a nasty push. I would have preferred if they really continue up there, because I wanted to sell up here. I bought it somewhere here, wanted to sell up there, and they took me lower. Down there, I switched short. We held it. We were adding it into it. We covered the rest. Enter another shorts here, and beautiful push to the downside. And now, what they're doing, engineering liquidity for another 2 hours. So don't trade. That was trap trader. I'm gonna block myself. This is a top step X. Allows you to block yourself out of trading, so you don't do stupid things. That was trap trader, guys, and yeah, today we didn't make $400. We didn't make that, $300, $400, $500 that we make on a daily basis. That's okay. You're not gonna make money every single day. That's what you have to tell yourself, and this is what I'm telling myself every single day. Not every day you're gonna be right. Sometimes you're gonna hesitate and you're right, and then you're gonna get in on something because you're triggered into something that like those entries. Why the fuck I was getting there? This is not a long entry. If you're thinking long, that's the long entry here. That's the long entry, right? And I'm getting long up there. Also, the short was just kind of, I noticed, okay, I think it was based on Nasdaq. Nasdaq was already way lower. I was like, okay, fine. They're gonna pull it now. They're not gonna come back up there one more time. I mean, it's less probability, and the time is important. It was 10 o'clock. So I'm thinking 11 o'clock and they're gonna drop. There you go. 11 o'clock, they dropped it. And then 11:30. There you go. You see how that works? 11 o'clock and then 11:30 into the lunchtime. And now they are done. And they have the liquidity. They have all the longs. And you don't know what they're gonna do now. I mean, they can keep buying more. We might pop and drop, or we might just continue higher. Fuck knows, man. Alright. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday. Hopefully we'll have a better day tomorrow. Take care.